You guys ready? So we are going to dye my hair, and let me just say I am not a professional. I'm not a hairdresser. I do my own thing. This is something that works for me. It may not work for you. The products I'm about to show you, they're not sponsored, and they may work for you, they may not, but this is what I'm using for me and my hair. Just want to put that out there. So what I am using is this Ion Demi hair color Brilliance Cream. Okay, and the color I'm using today is a medium warm red 7WR. This is a permanent color. Okay, and because it's a permanent color, I'm going to use a developer. Now this is the brand that I use, and I always use 10 volume. There's other volumes. You can read the information that you get with this to tell you which one you should use. There's a chart if you look at the packaging, and I highly suggest that you inform yourself before you do anything permanent to your hair. But basically, there's a lot of information here. So it tells you how long to leave it in, how much you're supposed to use, and all of this different information. So make sure you read. Okay, be informed before you start. I'm just going to show you what I do based on what I've read before and my experience. So I've divided my hair into 4, and this is I'm dyeing my hair dress. Like, I wore this dress one time to the hair salon to get my highlights in, and then they got some on my dress. So ever since then, this has been I'm dyeing my hair dress. So if I get something on it, I don't really care. Make sure you wear something that you don't mind getting color on should that happen. Okay, so you will need this, I think it's called a Tint Bowl. I don't remember. I think it's called a Tint Bowl. But you're going to use this to measure out your volume cream, and then, or developer, whatever you want to call it, and your color. I am going to use this whole tube. For my amount of hair, I'm using the whole tube. Sometimes I have to use 2 tubes depending on what's going on, but since my hair is kind of already this color, hopefully this 1 tube will be just fine. Now, if you use this, you're not supposed to save it. So don't think you can use half of it and then save it. Once you pop that seal, that's it. So you better just use it all. That's my suggestion. That's my suggestion for you. I also have some gloves. I got all of this stuff actually Sally's sales. I don't know if they have one of these at Dollar Tree. They don't have this same brush, but they do have a different brush that you could get at Dollar Tree. And then also these clips that I have, they sell it at Sally's or any beauty supply. And then you can also get these at Dollar Tree, I believe. They come in black and white, if I'm not mistaken. But I use black when I'm dyeing my hair, and I do have white ones that I use for something else. I just love the swivel of this brush. And then it has the rat tail bottom, so you can use it to part your hair. Now, I will tell you before we get started that my hair is clean, okay? Normally, when I know I'm going to dye my hair, I wash it at least 24 hours in advance, and I don't put conditioner in it. If I need to condition it to comb it out to detangle it, I wash that conditioner out with shampoo afterwards. So this is just my, thing that I do. So don't think you have to do it this way or that it's going to work for you. I don't know that. And I'm not telling you it's going to work for you. I'm just telling you what I do. So I wash my hair, trying not to scratch my scalp, but getting everything out of it. And then I let it air dry. And then the next day, I go in and put the color in. Now this time, it's been about 2 days, which I don't usually try to wait that long because sometimes your natural oils start releasing, and that could change how your hair takes the color. But definitely, no matter how much you wait, don't put anything in your hair. Like nothing, especially not oil or grease, please. So I have nothing, absolutely nothing in my hair at all. Remember that tip. Now, the way we're going to mix this is we're going to use equal parts. So this is 2.5 ounces. So we're going to use 2 ounces of this, okay? So what I like to do, shake it up a little bit. If you get this same type of cup, it does have measurements in the inside, so you can see the ounces on this side, and then it has measurements down here and in several other places. Make sure that it's clean and dry. Don't have it wet. Don't have your hair wet. Make sure your hair is dry. So I'm gonna put 2 ounces in here using the measurement from the side. And if you don't believe me that this is correct, look right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't think you can see it, but it says gray coverage up to 100%. And then it says the mixing ratio should be 1:1. 2 ounce color plus 2 ounce of the volume developer. Okay, so follow the chart. It's not that hard. It may look intense because there's a lot of writing, but it has different languages on here. It's not that crazy. So I have my 2 ounces of developer in here, and then you could put your gloves on now or you could wait. It depends on how skilled you are at not getting the color on your hand. So what you want to do, and maybe I should, let me adjust this. Okay, so I have my developer in there. I'm going to open my color, and you see that this is kind of like when you open in Crazy Glue or something. It's sealed. I'm going to use the top of the cap to open it. Okay, and now it's punctured. So now squeezing from the bottom, this is considered the bottom, okay? Squeezing from the bottom, I'm going to get all of the color out, okay? And yes, this is not the color that I'm putting in my hair. So sometimes when you squeeze it out of the tube, the product that comes out may not represent the color that you're actually putting in your hair. Sometimes it looks very close to it, and sometimes it doesn't. And then sometimes once you mix it, that's when you'll actually start seeing the color. But we are going to get as much of it out as possible. And that's why they give you a little bit over 2 ounces, because they figure you probably won't get every single drop out. So the other thing that I do is I start slowly folding it over as I'm pushing it. And this is something you could do with your toothpaste too. So this is how I get the most out of it as possible. There are some tools that you could use to slide it down that might make it easier, especially if you have a hard time, like you have a hard time squeezing things, or if you have carpal tunnel or something. So once I get to this part, what I do is I bend this over, and then it squeezes out more. Okay, because I'm trying to get every single piece of color possible. Just be careful not to puncture like I just did right now. But yeah, still squeezing it and getting as much out as possible. So now you see, I've gotten it all. Now I'm just gonna put the cap back on because I won't need this cap. I'm about to trash this. And then you can save the box if you like this color and you want to remember which color you used before. So I would recommend saving the box or saving the side that has the information on there for you to have for future use. But that's if you don't already have another box. So now you can put on your gloves, or you can wait, and you want to mix. Be careful, okay, not to spill it out. Just mix it well, okay? Alright, so your color doesn't have to be like extremely smooth, but you want it as smooth as possible. But don't waste too much time trying to mix it. You might find that putting the cream in first and stirring it around a little bit, I mean not the cream, the hair dye first and then putting the developer in might work better for you. So just do whatever you think works best. I have done it both ways and it didn't really make a difference for me. So now I'm about to put my gloves on, and yes, these particular gloves I've used over and over, and they are reusable. So you can use them on either side. There's one side that's more sticky, which is this one, and this one is not. Okay, so I have my gloves on and I'm ready to get started. There is a proper way to start dyeing. Some people start in the back. I usually start in the front because I have so much gray. I want to keep the color on as long as possible on my grays. That's my method. I can't tell you if that's right or wrong, but that's what I do. The other thing to note is that if you don't have grays, this is probably more important for you. You don't want to go to the root first because your scalp heats up the color and then we'll start developing that color first, which will result in some people having lighter ends and then a darker bottom. For me, I start at the root or really close to the root, and then I go out. One, because I don't care if my roots are lighter than the rest of my hair. I like that ombre type of look anyways. But two, because like I said, I want to leave it on my grays as long as possible. So do your research and figure out what is going to be best for you and the look that you want. So you see that my hair is already multicolor. We have the gray, then we have my natural dark. This is about an inch or so grown out, and then we have like a brownish red, purplish, whatever color going on. Anyways, that's how my hair is. Yours is going to be different. So I'm going to start, let me just start at the bottom. This is not what I normally do, but I'm going to do it for you guys. So first, alright, so my camera stopped recording at a certain point, but any extra that was left in the bowl, I went around my edges. I should have wiped that off. I'm going to let this sit for, it says 30 to 40 minutes, but remember, some of the time actually started once you put it on your hair. So do your timing the way you want, but don't leave it on too long. Of course, if you wear a heat cap, that is going to make it go faster. So don't go the full length, go a shorter time. I should put one of these on, but I'm a renegade. Or a rebel or whatever you want to call it, so I'm not going to do it, but I should. But I'm gonna wipe this off and I'll be back. Okay, so it's been about 40 minutes now. I am about to jump in the shower and wash this out because that's the way I wash my hair, is in the shower. I'm not taking you with me, but I will come back as soon as I'm out. Are you guys ready to see my hair? Yes, I still have hair underneath here, but you might be wondering, what color did I really pick, since this says medium warm red blonde, right? And then on the package it has red. So you're probably like, is her hair red? What color is it? One thing you want to remember is that sometimes colors don't come out exactly how it looks on the box. And you have to remember what color was your hair already. So the darker your hair, the harder it is to take some color. And I'm sorry, if you have red in your hair, it's always a long journey to get it completely out. So before I show you my hair, I just want to tell you that I did clean out my things that I use, and I washed my gloves and they're hanging here dry. So how I wash my gloves is while I'm still wearing them, I run it under water, get all the substance off, and then I use a gentle just a normal like hand soap or whatever to wash it while the gloves are still on my hand, rinse it very well, and then hang dry it. Once they're dry, I put it with this so I don't lose them, and then I put it away. So I'm going to show you my hair. You guys ready? You ready? All right. So my hair is dark, and you're probably like, how the heck is it that dark with this color? But this is just an example to show you. Now you see that my grays are covered, which is what I wanted, and it's not super light going dark. I am gonna blow dry it now just to show you, but if you look closely, you'll see that there will be still some hints of brown and red once it is dry. It looks really dark right now because it is wet. It will look a little bit lighter, but not too much lighter. And I went darker because I just wanted to. And in a couple of months when I dye it again, I think I'm gonna go back to a bright color. So I just wanted to show you how you can go from a bright color to a dark color. And then next time I'll show you how to go from a dark color to a bright color. So let me blow dry this. I'll be right back. Oh, and some products I'm going to use when I blow dry it is I am going to use this Haitian black castor oil on my scalp, okay? Only on my scalp, not any other place because it's super thick. And then I am going to use some of this Kyrie medleys on the rest of my hair, along with this Silk Elements Thermal Silk Styler with coconut and silk. Okay, so this is a heat protector because I am blow drying it. Normally I wouldn't even blow dry it. I would wear it curly and let it air dry and then do whatever I want, but today I feel like blow drying it, so that's what I'm going to do. These two are normal things that I use in my hair once I wash it, but this one I only use when I am going to apply heat, just to let you know. Alright, so my hair is blow dried and I'm not sure that you can see it, but it is lighter and it's more like a brown. And then where my grays were, those are a lighter brown, so it kind of gives my hair a highlight. It's been gloomy the last few days, but if tomorrow is sunny, or before I post this video, if it's sunny, I'll go out and take a picture so you can see the color better. I know it's hard to see in this lighting, but I want to show you the shampoo and conditioner that I use. So this Texture ID 3 times moisture cream conditioner with honey is what I use, and this Texture ID curl clarifying shampoo with honey is what I use to wash my hair afterwards. Now, I'm not saying that you should use this. It's not even a normal shampoo and conditioner that I use, but it's what I had in my shower and what I've been using regularly. I'm trying to just finish off the bottles and then move on to another product because that's what I do. The other thing I did use was this Clairol hair food that I got from the 99-cent store, but it was $1.99, so I did use this in addition to the conditioner while I was in the shower. I do also want to say that if you have a perm, relaxer, or any type of chemical on your hair, be sure to know when you can color your hair and when you cannot, so it doesn't break off. Another thing that I want to say is, yes, I use all those oils and hair heat protectors stuff all at once, and as you can see, my hair might appear a little greasy or weighed down, but I'm not pressing my hair or using a straightener. So if you plan to straighten your hair afterwards, I would not suggest using all of those things at once. I would suggest using the heat protector for sure, but you can use the oil at a later time or as needed. But for me, I'm gonna wear my hair in a more natural style. I know it's not completely natural because I did blow dry it straight, but I'm not blow drying it straight to wear it straight, if that makes any sense. Anyways, I digress. So just know that you need to know your hair, know how your hair works, know how different chemicals or product weighs your hair down, boost it up, or do whatever. And sometimes we learn this by just trying it. And that's what I do. I try different things and see, do I like it? Do I not? What do I like about it? And so on and so forth. So, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, please let me know. I will respond to you as quickly as possible. Make sure you share, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, okay? And I will see you very soon. Bye. Sorry, a couple more things that I do want to mention to you. If you notice, I do not have any color on my face or my scalp. And I didn't do anything in particular. I told you that that color does not stay on my skin. I don't know if it will do the same for you, but literally it does not stick to my skin. So I don't worry about it that much. Also, I want to tell you that when you do shampoo your hair, when you're getting the color out, first rinse the color off completely. Rinse it, keep rinsing it until all of it is out. And I use cool water, not necessarily cold, but cool. If you're using a semi-permanent color, definitely use cold. But when it's permanent, I just use a cool water, and then I shampoo my hair a couple times until I know everything is out, and then I condition it as regular. And then my last rinse is always with cool water. Now, sometimes I do change the temperature to a more warm temp, not hot, but warm when I'm shampooing it several times. But at the end, I always end with the cold rinse. So just so you know about that. So yeah, you don't see any dye on my face or my skin.